What's up, YouTube? Got a video today for you guys over at Drakkar Noir. Stay tuned. Alright, so today's video is over Drakkar Noir. It's by Guy Laroche. Came out in 1982. So yes, this is an old school powerhouse fougere fragrance that was very, very popular at that time. Still is popular. During this time, the reigning king was polo green. Everyone was wearing polo green. And so then slowly this became the king and everybody was wearing it. I mean, everyone. So to describe this fragrance again, it's a aromatic fougere. It has the has a lot of notes. Of course, it has your lavender and your oak moss, and it's hard to describe, but I'm sure you smelled it on someone at some point in time in your lifetime, because this is very popular. It still is. There are a lot of so-called clones of this as well, and there's a reason for that. I'll get to that in a second. But so this one was done by perfumer Pierre Warguinier. I think that's how you pronounce his last name. So Pierre Warguinier. And so he's actually the perfumer for YSL L'Homme and La Nuit de l'Homme. So I'm sure you're familiar with those. They're very popular today. So again, this was a very, at the time, man, it was just like one of those, it changed the game. It was a game changer. So as far as powerhouse fragrances go, this was one of the first ones that I can remember as being crowd pleasing. I think between this one and Cool Water, they were like some really big game changers as far as men's perfumery. So this one is very, very pleasing. It's not overbearing. I don't think there's anyone that I've ever heard complain about this scent being too loud or annoying, like a lot of the powerhouse fragrances back then. I mean, even Azar Porum, it's neutered now, but back then it was so strong. You make a face, and of course Kuros as well with that civet. I mean, so this one is nice. I mean, I like the opening on this. I really do. I still do. That's why I have it, especially for nostalgia. And nostalgic sake, I just had to have it in my arsenal. Now, what I don't like about it is the dry down. It's not what it used to be, of course. So I really only have this still for nostalgia's sake and the opening. But I'm not really too big of a fan of its dry down now. I mean, I don't think it even has oak moss in it. I think it has tree moss, and so it's not as it's a slightly different scent. It's Drakkar when you smell it. But now today there are some alternatives that remind me of what it used to be. The one that comes to mind that's easily available is Classic Match. And I normally don't advocate cheapies or clones or whatnot. I try not to, at least these kind of cheapies. But this company does a good job. These Belcam company, their little clones, you probably overlook them in Walmart, but I'm telling you, this one in particular is, if you want the closeness to the old school scent of Drakkar Noir, this one, it will be your best bet to be able to go out and buy it. It's a Classic Match. It's by Belcam. And another one that is from one of those Middle Eastern houses that's very potent and it's very strong and it's long lasting is Al-rehab's Dakkar. Now, I have Dakkar in spray form and also have the oil, and the oil is very, very potent. There also are other alternatives. I have the Great Father's Day gift, by the way. This one is by Hubigant. They made like the first fougere. This is Duc de Vervon's. And it is, they also have Duc de Vervon L'Extreme, but this one is very nice. It's literally like a niche quality Drakkar Noir scent. The dry down is definitely Drakkar. I did a video on this last, but so check those out if you get a chance. The only reason I'm not recommending necessarily the original Drakkar is because it's just not what it used to be. Like, it just is not. And this is probably one of the first videos where I'm slightly negative. I'm trying not to be, but just being honest. Anybody that wore this scent pretty much will agree with me. So you can get this still if you just want to, the top, the opening on this is Drakkar Noir, hands down. But the people that are new to it, they really don't know what they're missing if they have never smelled this when it was really in heavy use. So those alternatives that I'm giving are to give those people a kind of a sense of what this scent really was like. And then there's another one that people always talk about and say it smells like Drakkar. No, it doesn't. It's a nice fougere, but it doesn't smell like it. It's Lomani's Lomani Pour Homme. I like that one as well. That's pretty much my out of the shower scent. I like, or after I shave and whatnot. But it's a good one too. But definitely their classic match. You can go out right now and buy that for probably like $8, as well as the 50 ml bottle of Dakkar from Al-Rehab. You can get that one for about $8, and then the small 3 milliliter oil, you can get that one for probably about $8. So I would actually choose those over the original right now, just to be honest. So is it a fallen king? Kinda, but I think it's gonna still be around. I think this DNA, if they decide to reformulate it and put some work into this, they could keep this selling for years and years and years. But I just don't think they've put this at the top of their list for some reason. They have some other flankers as well, but I'm not really interested in those. This is a king. It's a Drakkar is actually a flanker. It's one of those flankers that beat out the original, kind of like Mano Fresh did with Versace Man. I mean, they discontinued it, but the flanker kept going. So that's how good it is, and it's still going today. It's 2020. People are still buying it. So check it out if you really just want it for nostalgia's sake, like me, or get some of these alternatives if you just really want that original Drakkar DNA. But that's all I have for you guys today. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate all the new subscribers, and check out my channel later for new videos coming up. Got a lot to cover. Appreciate you guys, and peace.